Every time you turn on the news, they're talking about, this is how many cases we have. This is how many cases all over the US. This is how many cases all over the world. And it's just like, okay. And then guess what they show after that? What's up, y'all? I am in the house, like most people. Quarantine. What's trending on Twitter? Quarantine life. Pickles are so good. They just remind me of my childhood because, I mean, part of my childhood, because I used to eat them all the freaking time. Clausen pickles, bomb. No other pickle compares. I don't care what brand it is. I don't care if it's spicy or sweeter, which sweet pickles are gross anyway, but those Clausen pickles, so bomb. Anyway, yeah, in the house. The heat is on. I'm gonna go turn it off so that it's not loud. All right, so it's gonna pop off in a second. But what did I do today? I woke up late today, like around 10 o'clock a.m. And that's because I went to bed late last night. I was twisting my hair. My hair is like down here now. I think down here. Yeah. I mean, it's shrunk up right now and I have it pulled back. But yeah, it's getting longer. I want it to continue to grow and get longer. I don't know why, because the longer it gets, it seems like the more it is to try to maintain it, and yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't know why I've been breaking out, but it's annoying. Like, what is this? Go away. Especially right here. And just use that Fenty Silk Primer, Soft Silk, the Magic Potion. So yeah, what's up? Long time no see. It's been a week or two, probably a couple weeks. I've been trying to get these videos up, the Fenty Snap Shadow ones. Like, I'm so over editing those. I just want it to be up. I like the videos, but I already filmed more videos and now I'm just like ready to be on to the next. So I just got done with the peach one, so I'm gonna upload that one hopefully tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to hurry up and get that cadet one done, like edit it and get that out of here. I just want to be done with those. I realized, like, I don't like to do series. I like to do them, but I don't like to do them. It's like I'd rather do the one-off videos and keep it moving, because I want to be able to talk about current events and even current things going on in makeup, not just like the world stuff, but just current stuff, period. Like, I want to be current. And I did those, I filmed those back in January when the freaking Snap Shadows first came out. When did they come out? No, I think they came out like the day after Christmas, and then I didn't get them until January. Filmed the videos, and then I just have, I don't know, like, it's been stuff going on and I haven't been able to get them out as fast as I wanted to. I was doing a great job posting every week, and then when I got to the Snap Shadows, it was, I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I am trying to be more like, I'm trying to make sure the editing is basically more unique to me and more special, to like look like me, kind of like how my vlogs are. They're more edited and they look like me, I feel like. So that's what I want my videos to be like as well. But at the same time, it's kind of like, if it's gonna take this long, maybe you should just not worry about that. I don't know what is going on with this eyebrow. I must have, it is just so misshapen, and I hate that. That's so annoying. It's super misshapen. Sometimes my eyebrows, I'll pluck it, or this time I tried to do the little shaving thing. And actually it's time to do that again. Ew. But basically, sometimes I'll do that and then I can't always tell like what looks the best, like if it's straight or not. All right, that might have been one pickle too many. That was my third spear, and now I feel like I shouldn't have ate all that sodium. You know how you can eat something sugary or sweet or something too salty, and then like in the moment you feeling good because it tastes good, but afterwards you just like, you can feel it like, I shouldn't have had that, I shouldn't have ate that. That's how I'm feeling right now. Usually it's with something sweet. If I eat something that's sweet or too sweet and I know I shouldn't have ate it or I shouldn't have been eating it. Okay, let's talk about what's going on. So today, Idris Elba announced on Twitter that he got tested and he has the virus. The COVID-19 is what they're calling it. And I've seen just immediately a lot of people on Twitter like, oh my God, not him too. Like freaking out. And I'm just like, he's gonna be fine. He's going to be fine. And I know a lot of people are like putting jokes and stuff. A lot of people are like, oh my God, like put him in your prayers and stuff. It's just like, yes, if anybody gets sick with anything, of course, pray for them if that's what you feel. And I know that people have been dying from this. I also know that people have been dying from the flu, and people have been dying from all kinds of things all year, every day. I just feel like people shouldn't go into a panic of like, oh my God, not him too. Like, we still don't even know. I mean, at least at this point, I haven't heard anything about Tom Hanks. Like, I haven't heard an update. I don't know if him and his wife are doing well. I don't know if they're not doing well. I don't know what's going on with that. And I don't think he announced it. I don't know who announced it. Did his team announce it? It was just like, I don't know. He has it. And then we all knew about it. I didn't see a tweet from him or anything. But basically, Idris Elba, he said he doesn't have any symptoms. He feels fine. But he also was just talking about like, this is why it's important to keep your distance, because people who don't show symptoms could have it and they could be just fine and recover from it and everything, but they're still contagious. So they might spread it to somebody who might not be able to get over it. And that's the reason why we need to like stay isolated as much as possible. I'm an introvert, so of course I agree with all of this. I'm like, yes, shut everything down, cancel everything. Let's stay in. Cancel them bills too while you at it. Facts. I just feel like we shouldn't jump to panicking. I don't like this camera because it keeps not focusing on me. It's annoying. Stay focused, biatch. Yeah, we shouldn't panic. I feel like we should focus on the good and try to find the stories about the people who have been recovering from this and focus on that. Same thing I told my aunt when I went to visit her. She had cancer, and I just told her, like, obviously it's easier to say things than do things sometimes, but still, like, you gotta try, right? But I was just telling her, like, people always talk about, especially the news, talk about the people that didn't survive things, and I'm looking for something, Q-tip. They always talk about the people that didn't survive things instead of talking about the amount of recoveries and stuff. And I feel like it's the same thing over and over again all the time, especially the news. And they're trying to be like, oh, social media is, you know, get off of social media because they're spreading around the rumors and the lies and the this, that, and the third. Or they're saying social media is making everybody panic. And it's like, yeah, but don't try to blame it all on regular people on social media. Guess where they're getting their information from? The news. Blame the media, the news. Y'all the ones that's putting the stories out there. Guess what y'all haven't been putting out there? How many recoveries it's been? How many people have been surviving? How many people are actually okay? Like, that's what y'all haven't been putting out there. And so y'all need to take responsibility for that. And I'm not saying that social media isn't also part of the panic, but I just keep hearing this same thing about social media is making everybody panic. It's like, the news is making everybody panic. Every time you turn on the news, they're talking about, this is how many cases we have. This is how many cases all over the US. This is how many cases all over the world. And it's just like, okay, and then guess what they show after that? This is how many people have passed away from it or have been killed by it. It's like, And that's not to diminish, of course. Like, obviously that's important and sad and messed up. Like, it's not to diminish the importance of the people that pass away. What I'm saying is also talk about the amount of people who have recovered, which, is it more? Is it less? Like, is nobody recovering? Like, why aren't y'all talking about that? There was one girl who said she works for the news, and she shared like a chart or something of how many recoveries it's been. Oh my gosh, this brow is so ugly. Like, come on. But anyway, she posted this, like a chart or something about the recoveries, and she was saying like, yo, I work for the news. She was kind of like hushed and whispering. And first of all, you work for the news. Which news do you work for? There's a lot of news outlets and a lot of news networks and stuff. Like, which one do you work for? But anyway, she works for the news, and she put up a chart saying like, this is what they're not telling you on the news. They're not telling you about all the people who have recovered from this. They're not showing this on the news. They only keep showing the negative stuff. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, it's important to know that, but it's also important, I feel like it's also equally important to know about the amount of recoveries. So it's like, are y'all trying to panic people on purpose by not sharing the positive news as well? I feel like my brows look kind of angry. Don't want them to, but I've been in the house snacking and eating up all the food that I bought last week. And today I was supposed to go to the store again to buy more food, but there's been people in this state who has been tested and their results is that they were positive for the virus, and they've been going to the stores that I go to. And really, to be honest, like, it's probably so many people that have the virus, they just don't know it yet. And that's because a lot of people don't show symptoms or won't show symptoms yet. I'm gonna put this Maybelline Super Stay. I'm gonna put it on like the under eye area to get rid of the dark circles, and then I might put some on my face. I don't really want to wear a lot of makeup today. I'm only putting makeup on because I just feel like it. But yeah, I was supposed to go to the store today, but my mom's been sending me news updates like constantly. And that was one of the things, is that the lady has been going around before she knew she had the virus anyways. Basically, they listed places where people with the virus have been. And my grocery store near me is one of those places. I thought about going to Target instead, but I'm like, Target, I don't know why. I don't understand the fascination people have with Target. Some people love Target so much, and I don't hate it, but I don't care for it, especially when it comes to groceries. Like, they do have certain things that I can only get there, but other than that, for the most part, like, the groceries and stuff do not be on point. The produce, the fresh produce, vegetables and fruit do not be on point. It be looking crazy, and I never buy fresh fruit from there. So yeah, I don't understand the fascination people have. I mean, like, the love people have for Target. I love Target. Like, why? It's Target. I don't know. It's like Starbucks. People love Starbucks for no reason. Like, y'all just love it because of the name. Because when I tried it out a couple times, it was not good. It just was not good. The only thing that I like at Starbucks is they sell these Rice Krispie treats. And I'm not even talking about the ones that they make in-house. It's like the ones that they didn't even make them. Like, they just sell them there. It's like these gluten-free brown sugar Rice Krispie treats, and they come in a little package. It's expensive, but it's good. It tastes bomb. Oh, and I also like, they have this little what is it called? It's like it's a bar. What is it called? Oh my gosh, I used to get it all the time, but they just recently discontinued it and stopped making them and stopped selling them. It's a, is it Heath? It's not a Heath bar. It's almond. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I literally bought this thing so many freaking times, and I can't believe that I can't remember it right now. But anyways, I would go to the Starbucks inside Barnes and Noble because they didn't sell it at the other Starbucks. They only sold it at the Starbucks inside of Barnes and Noble. And it's a bar. It's like a blondie bar, but it's not the blondie one. Is it caramel? No, it's not caramel. It's a toffee bar, almond toffee bar. I think that's what it is. Freaking bomb. I have no idea why they discontinued that. Like, I must have been the only person going in there and buying them things up. I would buy 2 at a time sometimes because it was just that freaking good. It was so good. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I've had from Starbucks that I actually really enjoyed. One thing that's made by their company, and then another thing that's like not even made by them. So that was Maybelline 360 Mocha, and I use that basically as a corrector. But yeah, I just wish people would like focus more on the positive when it comes to anything. And I know that's easier said than done. It's hard because I've had my moments where I'm like, what the F is going on with my body? And I've had my freak out moments before too. There was one time I went to the doctor and it was because I was having breathing issues, and one of the guys in the ER, as he was like basically hooking me up to the thing they do the EKG to check your heart to make sure that it's not heart related. But anyways, he was hooking those things up on me, and he was like, I don't know what nationality he was. I feel like he was like Indian or something. But anyways, either way it goes, he said like, you're gonna be fine. But not in a way like, girl, shut up, you're gonna be fine. But he was just like, he was like so sweet and quiet, but he was just like, you know, you're gonna be fine. He was trying to be like reassuring and stuff. Like, it reminded me of a Grey's Anatomy episode when somebody told like one of the patients, we promise we're gonna help your son, or we promise we're gonna whatever. And then the main doctor got so mad at them because they were just like, never make promises because you never know what the outcome would be or whatever. It reminded me of that, but it also I don't know, I used to watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy. It reminded me of that, but it also reminded me of, I mean, it made me feel it gave me comfort, a sense of comfort. It made me feel like I am going to be fine. So I think that's really important. And I've been watching like videos of people talking about like self-healing and talking about, because obviously naturally our bodies are self-healing. When you get a cut, guess what? It heals. That happens inside and outside of your body all the time. Our bodies are constantly self-healing. And so it's important for us to eat well and drink plenty of water and help it out basically. Don't make it harder on your body. Do the things that you're supposed to do so that your body doesn't have to try so damn hard to keep you healed and okay. You get a cold, you heal from it, whether you take medicine or not. Like, our bodies are self-healing, and that's just something that we all have to remember regardless of what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna use some Fenty 440 concealer and mix that with Maybelline Super Stay Stick in the shade 370 this time, which is slightly darker. This is Maybelline 360 Mocha. This is Fenty 440 concealer. It dries down to a slightly darker shade. And then this is, if you can even see it, Maybelline 370 Deep Bronze. Yeah, and so I mixed the 440 and the Deep Bronze together to spot conceal. I was watching this guy today. His name is Aaron Silver. He's an illustrator. I think he used to work for Disney, and he did a lot of like character design and stuff and illustrations. But basically I love his channel because he always talk about the positive things. He always focus on the positive things. Usually he's talking about like art careers and stuff like that. But today he uploaded a video talking about what's going on in the world, the virus, and basically the silver lining. His name is Aaron Silver, so that was like a silver lining. But anyway, I like to focus on the good stuff too. I love that video, like, because he was just really talking about like the silver lining in dealing with the coronavirus, like the times that we in right now, how it's affecting the world, how it's changing the world, how you can use this time to do things that you have always wanted to do. Like, okay, you're gonna be in the house now. Instead of looking at it as a bad thing, look at it as like, all right, now I have a chance to put my energy into something that I always wanted to do. Even if it's just for these 2 weeks, you can start something. I don't know, just like try to find, like, it's just like you're just trying to find the good in all of this, basically. Don't always focus on the bad stuff, because that doesn't help. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anything for real. Like, it just makes stuff worse. And again, as usual, easier said than done, but I mean, what you gonna do? Just keep on, you gonna not try and keep focusing on the bad stuff? Okay, and then to clean up under my brows, I'm gonna use those same shades, Fenty 440 concealer and Maybelline Superstay 360 Mocha. I like to use a shade under my brow that is more my skin tone. Depending on the look, sometimes I'll go brighter, but not too bright. I don't like to go too bright under the brows. Not when I'm doing like a everyday, I'm just running to the store to see if there's any more food left in the grocery store type of look. So the way I get my brow to look more natural, I use a brush like this instead of a super sharp brush. That way I don't get that super sharp line. Like, I'm not trying to be snatched, I'm just trying to be cute, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally cute. But anyways, about these videos, yeah, I'm gonna get these videos out, okay? I was trying to also do it in order. I have some type of like OCD or something, because it's like I feel like I have to do things in order. Like, okay, I started a series, that means I have to upload every single one of those videos, and then I can move on to uploading the other videos. Even though I've created and filmed other videos, it's like I have to do it in chronological order. I have to do it in, it's so annoying. So I'm like, with this video that I'm filming right now, it's gonna probably come up before I release my other video, because I'm just ready to have some more content up there and some more recent and current content, because right now everybody's just watching videos that I filmed back in January. So it's like, okay, choose. Either you want to keep your videos in chronological order, or you're gonna break the cycle and upload whatever, whenever. Like, break free of your OCD. I never wanted to claim OCD because I just don't like it. But sometimes, man, it'd be getting in the way. What have y'all been doing while y'all been staying in the house? Like, have y'all been doing anything fun and exciting other than being on social media all day long? I haven't been on as much. I feel like the amount of social media, maybe it has increased a little bit, just trying to keep up with like what's going on a little bit. But at the same time, I've been trying to limit myself. I turned on that app limiting thing on my iPad and on my iPhone, where it's like, okay, you've been on for an hour, and it cut you off. I would really love that feature. Like a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna set some of my concealed areas with this powder concoction. I got some Fenty Nutmeg in here. I got some Fenty Honey in here. And then I also have some Too Faced translucent powder in the shade Deep. And it's kind of red. So I have like Fenty Nutmeg is neutral. I have some red powder and then some yellow powder. I feel like it's a good little mixture. To highlight, I'm going to use this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Dark 170N. And this one is a good shade for me. So, like always, I compare everything to NARS Amande. Side by side, they look pretty similar. The Colourpop one looks slightly lighter. I don't know if it's because of the glass bottle or whatever. NARS kind of has like a pinky tone to it, the Amande shade. I remember Jackie always calling it yellow, but it's not yellow to me. It's like kind of a pinky undertone. It might be yellow compared to their other stuff before they released the newer shades, but it's not yellow. Especially with Fenty coming out, and then, I don't know, I just feel like it's not yellow. I feel like it's more pinky. But anyways, I noticed about my skin tone, when it's summertime and my skin is a little bit darker, I do better with NARS. Like, it looks better to have a shade that's not yellowy against my dark skin, because my skin is darker, so you can't really see the yellow undertone popping out as much as you would be able to see it during the winter times and springtime and stuff, when I'm like not in the sun as much, or when I'm back to my normal shade. So when I'm in my normal shade in the winter times and stuff, Fenty looks freaking perfect. The 430, it looks great. It looks perfect. I can also wear 420 or mix them together or something like those. It looks perfect. But I noticed that in the summertime when I'm darker, like it looks way too yellow and it don't look good. So I would go with NARS. So now I know that. And anyways, like I was saying, I compare everything to this just because I feel like as far as the brightness of it goes, I like the brightness of Amande. And I want everything to be in this area if I'm trying to go for a natural look. Now this, it looks very similar to NARS, but it's slightly more pinky and a little bit ashy. Like it has a chance to be a little bit ashy also, and I noticed that, but I'm not afraid of it because I have Fenty honey powder, which is yellow. So if I feel like I'm wearing a concealer that's a little too pink or it might be a little ashy, I can put that Fenty yellow on it, bounce it out, bam, we good. But I like this concealer so far. I used it a couple times and I like it. And I really like the applicator too because it's so flexible and bendy. It just is perfect. One thing I don't like about it though is the smell. It smells so bad. I don't know why. Why does it smell like this? I mean, it's not unbearable, but it's like y'all could have gave it a pleasant smell. What's going on here? A pleasant scent. Look at that. It just blends out so well and like it's not too bright. I just like it. And it's not drying, so that's always great. I did find a way to wear Fenty concealer without it being drying and creasing and all that stuff, so I might make a video on that. I actually have been wanting to make a video on that like since the concealer came out, but I found a new way to do it now. Because the way I did it before seemed like a lot of steps. It was a lot of steps. I even wrote it down and everything. But I didn't film the video. But I did test it out. But this way, the new way, is not as many steps. And it's easy. Because I really like the Fenty concealer shades. I really do. I just feel like the concealer, the formula could be better. It could be a lot better. Like, it should be a lot better. Or maybe we just need to learn how to use it like the way it was meant to be used. MAC Studio Fix in W45. I'm taking like a flat kabuki brush and start building this up right up under there. And then I like to build it up between the highlight area and the contour. And then I also put some down the neck. Doing it for the video because I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna set the highlighted areas with another concoction. This is Fenty Cashew, Fenty Honey, and Fenty Banana, in that order. It's mostly cashew with a mixture of honey added to it and a little bit of banana. For contour powder, I'm doing the Becca and the Morphe Bronzer Showmance and the Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation in the shade Cacao. Dip into both of those, dab it off on my hand. And this is the contour. Lightly and gently. Fenty Mocha Mami to bronze, blush bronze. Lion King Sculpting Palette, H2. Okay, I'm gonna put some of my Fenty bronzer in the crease with a small shark tooth brush. Just give me a nice little base to start with.
I suppose I understand why she doesn't like talking about her sickness. And she is preoccupied with this all. When I begin hall range 3, collect 3 murder clearances. Now we can snag these murder clearances anywhere, but the mariner suggests that we head on over to Attic Cove. The problem is that it's on the opposite end of the island. It's pretty much the furthest we can get from Far Harbor without going back to the Commonwealth. Along the way, I stumble upon an interesting scene. On a big rock beneath a parasol, we find 2 garden gnomes fishing. Well, one garden gnome fishing, the other is more eerily standing by the skeleton of a woman, wearing shades and taking pictures. Near to this, we find a small trapper camp. They were growing up some mirror babies. And then I stumble upon a graveyard with a few living inhabitants.
It has been 10 days since I recorded this video, and a lot has happened since then. To be honest, a lot has happened even just 3 days after I recorded this video. It's literally been something new every day, and people on the news continue to lie and cause panic. Anyway, more cases have been uncovered. The so-called president is still a liar, and paranoia and anxiety has risen. Yes, mine too. But I'm still doing everything I can to keep calm. It's not the easiest thing when everywhere you look, someone is talking about bad news and projecting their fears onto you. When that happens, I just try to close my ears to things I don't want to hear if I know it'll cause me fear or anxiety. Some things that have been helping me get through this anxiety and loneliness are things like if I need to cry and release that bad energy, then I'll do it and let it go. Like sometimes you gotta cry and let that go. I'll talk to somebody I love on the phone and share laughs and memes. That's always good. I'll turn on a funny or feel good movie, or turn on some good or calming music, but nothing sad or angry. I like to listen to or read intriguing books or uplifting books. Focus on the positive. Use this time to work on yourself, or use this time to invent the next big thing that'll make you rich. I also try to meditate more, which is a great way to focus on your breathing, which replaces stress and anxiety with calm and peacefulness. It brings you into the present moment, and it really does work. Like the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the more it helps. If you don't know how to meditate, there are 2 people doing daily meditations on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. One person is Russell Simmons. He's been doing morning meditations on Instagram Live for like a long time, way before any of this started happening. I really love his guided meditations because they really do relax me and they're not too long. He recently started doing them on Facebook Live as well, so just search his name and follow him. Then there's Jay Shetty, who used to be a monk, and he recently started sharing daily meditations. He goes live on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at the same time every day. So make sure you check both of them out. Just try it out, you know? Also, if you haven't seen the latest Red Table Talk episodes, those are some really good, informative episodes that include doctors, therapists, and spiritual teachers. They provide facts and some ease to your mind. At least they helped ease my mind. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think about all of this and how you've been handling it. Has it been easy for you? Has it been hard? Are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? I want to know, like, what have y'all been doing? Because some days I'm great and then other days I'm like, I don't know. It started to get to me. It started to creep in. Last thing I want to say is please stay in the house as much as possible. Social distancing includes not going to your friend's house and not letting them come over to your house either. By staying home and practicing social distancing, you're helping save lives and save the world. So please do your part so we can nip this thing in the bud and get back to normal life. So lash glue. People always say to let it dry. Let it dry for 20 seconds. Let it dry for 30 seconds. Let it dry for... I've always heard like 20 or 30 seconds to let it dry. So I'm trying to put the lashes on and I let it dry for 20 seconds. And guess what? When I try to put it on, it's freaking dry. It's not going on. So I tried this like multiple times and it wasn't going on. So finally I was like, I'm gonna just put some freaking liner on just in case I wind up not wearing lashes. And then also I'm going to not wait for it to dry because waiting for it to dry is stupid. It dries and then it doesn't stick. It doesn't stay on. I don't really care for this eyeshadow look. I feel like the shadow is pigmented, but I really have a pet peeve with shades that are supposed to be shimmery and stuff. Maybe, you know what? No, I prefer for my shimmers to be glittery. And this is, I guess, not meant to be glittery. It's kind of just a metallic or a satin or something like that. I want it to be like more, I want it to stand out so it can be shiny and stuff. You know, catch the light. Like this ain't catching the light. It's boring. So anyway, let me just get it done so I can go eat. I'm using the Sephora pencil in the shade 17 Molasses. It's a rouge gel lip liner. And it's pretty dark. Then I'm going in with the Fenty Poutsicle in the shade Perpsicle. Oh, it smells so good. And it's really soft and creamy. And I just wanted it to be like a wash. I could put something else. I was gonna put some red in the middle, but this is cute. I'm gonna put a little bit of Fenty Stunner Lip Paint in the center. Literally that was the tiniest amount. And it spread. See, oh, is that too red? It is too red. How can I fix this? Let me put some of this purple gloss on.